Okay. You always find a good excuse to show her off, but I've never been more over you, so you can't stop. Honestly, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, care that she's cool, funny too, pretty hair. It almost seems to me you're on jealousy, but please, there's no need, I don't care. Couldn't care less, I swear. I'm in paradise, do my thing, not thinking twice. Guess it hurts for you to see that. But I never knew how much trouble you'd go through to make sure I wouldn't believe that. Oh my God. You always find a good excuse to show her off, but I've never been more over you, so you can't stop. Honestly, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, care that she's cool, funny too, pretty hair. It almost seems to me you're on jealousy, but please, there's no need, I don't care. Couldn't care less, I swear. Couldn't care less, I swear. I really don't wish you would get it and move on instead of stringing her along. Yeah, 'cause she's the one, yeah, she's the one who's gonna care about what you've done. I really don't. Honestly, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, care that she's cool, funny too, pretty hair. It almost seems to me you're on jealousy, but please, there's no need, I don't care. Couldn't care less, I swear. Couldn't care less, I swear. Couldn't care less, I swear.
Couldn't care less, I swear. Hello, everybody. Good to see y'all today. How's everybody on this beautiful hump day? Hey, Nat A. Hey, CLM is listening as you work. Good for you, CLM. Good for you working. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Betty Damboop. Thank you. Thank you, CLM. Flame, welcome. Nat A, I already said no more. Hey, no more. You made a live stream. Yay. Good to see everybody this morning. I wanted to talk about, or we are going to talk about cheating, and not so much the kind of cheating as far as when you're in a relationship, but the kind of cheating that is based upon trying to achieve something and cheating to make that easier. Can y'all hear me okay? Because I was testing my mic and it wasn't cooperating, but I see that my bubble's moving. So let me know if you can hear me okay, please. Yeah, so I know you've all heard like famous people who cheated on like sports and stuff. Like I was really saddened when it was discovered that Lance Armstrong was a cheater. Here's the thing, when you cheat, you're lying and you're being dishonest, right? And if you're an athlete or you're in business and you cheat, then you're not going to get the self-improvement, the things that it takes to win. You don't get that when you cheat, and you don't get the same kind of pleasure over winning, whatever winning you're trying to do, whether it's finish a race in a certain amount of time and beat other people, or it's building a business or anything like that. If you're not doing your own work, if you're lying about things, if you're on, like on YouTube, if you're buying subscribers, which people are accused of all the time, you're not going to feel the same way when you achieve your goal because you are cheating. Are y'all following me here? So I've heard several or a few times I've gotten clips and stuff of a creator accusing Brittany J of cheating, of buying subscribers, and I have no idea if Brittany J's buying subscribers. I don't think she would. And I think my name's been thrown in there a few times. Uh, because people can't believe that anybody could do something that they're not doing. Like, well, there's no way she's doing that. Well, there is a way. I'm proof positive here, sitting right here in front of you. Yesterday I hit 15,000 subscribers. That yes, it is possible for some old lady sitting over here in her little old house in little old Arkansas to be successful. Now, success, I mean, to some people that's not much success, but I am hitting my goals and I am, growing my channel. And so, I find it frankly quite disturbing that people can't just cheer for someone's success. Instead, they have to put it off on, well, she's buying subscribers. If I bought 15,000 subscribers, how would that, why would I want to get up every day and do the work? I mean, I get up every day and I do the work. Some days I do better work than others. And some videos get more subscribers than others. Some get a lot, some don't get any. Some of them, I lose subscribers on videos. I might lose 2 subscribers for the whole video. Like the total net sum, the sum is -2. Hey, Lulu Chu. Hey, Jen in Jersey. Hope I didn't miss anybody. There's not like 1,000 people here or anything. I'm just glad when anybody shows up for me, really. And I had my MRI Monday, and I just as I hit go live got the results. I haven't looked at them yet. I just got a text message that my results are in. So I'm eager to go see what that shows. Hopefully there's nothing bad there. But anyway, so let me just ask, is there anybody in here that's willing to be honest? Like I'm honest. I told y'all recently that when I was in high school, now I don't hold anything against kids because your brain's not developed and everything. And yeah, I cheated in my physics class because the teacher was drunk every day and didn't teach us. But yet I was supposed to have a grade in there, and it wasn't just me, it was a lot of us. And he would just leave he just left the book out there for any of us to do. So I remember doing that. And thank you, Jen. Thank you. Yeah, so I admit to that. I admitted that I had stolen things in my life when I was in high school. Not anything valuable, but it didn't really matter. And I admitted that on here. I feel like cheating is the same as lying and stealing because you're stealing to get ahead, and it's against the rules too to like buy subscribers on here and everything. Or to use content that you're not really using as fair use. That's another example. Like you have to use the content where you've put your personal touch on it, to transform it so that it's not just flat out stealing from someone. And so, is there anybody in here who's ever admitted that you've ever cheated on anything? I'll tell y'all a story, and this won't make me look very good, but I'm honest. So a few years ago, I used to play Word with Friends, and I have these friends, in that I know on Facebook, and we played. Yeah, and not have to pay your bills, Flame, right? Well, when you cheat, a lot of times when you cheat, you are going to have a financial benefit. Bernie Madoff, the Theranos woman, which we might get into that a little bit here. when you're cheating other people to get money from them, um, usually you're going to get caught with that, right? You're going to get caught. And so my thing is with, okay, well, I'll just go back to where I was a minute ago. You never cheated, Flame? Well, I mean, my cheating in high school didn't have really, I mean, I don't think it had anything I mean, if somebody wants to call my high school from 1979 and tell them that I cheated on my grade in physics, I doubt they're gonna wanna go do anything with that. But a few years ago, I played Word with Friends a lot with some of my friends, and I was good, and I did not cheat. I was so good. And then, I mean, it was just fun, but I was playing fair and square and I was going along. I was doing just great. Thanks no more about the prayers. Yes. Um, and then I guess I was just at a time when I had plenty of time on my hands and my friends weren't playing that much. They were doing other things. And I started just playing random people on YouTube. I mean, on Words with Friends. I guess it was on Facebook. I don't remember. And I started looking up words and stuff. And I was playing like that for a while and I was just like, this is not fun. Well, I mean, I already know that I'm good at this. And my friends were all like, I mean, I think there were times when they might have thought I was cheating, but I wasn't. But then when I just started playing these random internet people who I had no idea who they were, I did cheat sometimes and I didn't feel good about it. And completely stopped playing. I was like, this is dumb. It was fun when I was winning and losing at being 100% true. So I'm not going to play anymore because it just didn't feel right. When you get in trouble as a kid, you can't cheat. I don't know what Rosie's in there doing. Flame says some people get grounded as kids, others don't have parents around to ground you because they are working to support the family. Yeah, well, some of us had parents who were dishonest and did things that were anti that you get, stealing and stuff. So that hey, Selma. So that was not to blame it on that, but sometimes when you're brought up a certain way as a kid, that was my rebellion. I'm gonna steal because he did, he was stealing. And so I'm gonna hold on just a second. Hey Rosie, let's get off of there, baby. Come here. What are you doing? Come here. I see, baby. Like, what are you doing in here? Silly girl. Silly girl. Oh darn, I forgot to mute. Well, at least I didn't hit my baby. I don't hit my kids, so there's that. Rosie was in there playing with something, in something she wasn't supposed to have. Yeah, I don't blame my parents for that, but I do think that as a child, we're so much influenced by our parents, and I think that that's what's wrong with a whole lot of society today. That our parents have to work so many. I mean, a lot of parents nowadays, just take school teachers for instance. The school teachers in my state don't make enough to live, and you know they don't make enough to pay their bills and stuff, and so they have master's degrees and they're out here looking for part-time jobs on the side. But teachers work, I mean, I know they get off a couple of months a year, and they're and sometimes they spread their whole income over 12 months when they don't work 12 months, but they work a lot of, excuse me, they work a lot of hours. It's not just their in class time, they work a whole lot of hours. And they don't really have opportunities to go get another job. There's not a lot of time. And they have their own kids. A lot of them have their own kids and they don't want to have to go do that. So, um, yeah, Rosie was getting into trouble. Um, your mother had to keep the house. Yeah. Um, vicious nuns with rulers. So I've pulled up several different things, but this is like just some tips. This is just some, not tips, but 10 reasons why cheating is wrong. And this is actually, this particular thing that I'm looking at right now is for um and it was an ABC poll of 12 to 17-year-olds. We're not just talking today about cheating in school. This is just examples that I've got, my own, the cheating, playing a game, it's like it's there. If you're a person who wants to feel good about themselves and what they do, and you cheat, you're taking that pleasure away from yourself. And you know, if you're cheating, then you're not doing it yourself, and therefore you can't be like, "Oh, look at this." This poll said, I mean, yeah, this was a poll, and it's 70% of teens say at least some kids in their school cheat on tests. 60% have friends who have cheated. 30% say they themselves have cheated. More than 50% say cheaters don't get caught. Which reminded me of another story that I know I've told y'all. When I was in college, when I was like 19 years old, I was in a classroom, and the teacher would give us these verbal, oral tests, oral quizzes, because it was a literature class, and he wanted to make sure we were reading and keeping up with class and everything. And so he would do X amount of quizzes per semester, per, that whole class that you had with him. And then he would, oh, thank you, Lulu. I appreciate your honesty too. See, Selma says, I learned by the 4th grade that cheating is asking for trouble. Yeah. Yeah, Flame, I see what you're saying too. Yeah, I appreciate y'all being honest, because there's no reason for me to sit here and not be honest about things. But anyway, so I had this teacher. We called him Kermit behind his back because he kind of looked like Kermit the Frog. Hey, Brittany. But anyway, he accused me in front of the whole class of cheating on my oral quiz. But he gave us X amount of quizzes and X amount of times that you could actually skip the quiz, because not everybody's always going to have time to read the content, and he wanted to be fair. And so he walks around the room while he's doing this oral exam, and he accused me, of cheating on this oral exam. Yeah, cheating is underrated, Brittany. I was just saying how you've been accused of buying subs, and I don't know if you've been here and you want to go back and listen to that part. But anyway, we're just having a chat right now. and then he came over after he accused me verbally in front of the whole class of probably, I don't know, 25, 30 people. He walked back over there, squatted down beside me, and quietly said, "Oh, I see what you're doing." I don't know. I don't remember his words at all. I have no idea what he said, but basically he realized I wasn't cheating, and he came to say that. Well, I wasn't a woman enough at 19, or brave enough at 19, to say, "Well, please, would you please say that to the whole class?" Because at this point in my life, I would be like, "Could you please say that as loudly as you said I was cheating for the whole class, please?" But at that point, no, I didn't even think about it. I was just like, "Oh, good. He realizes I didn't cheat." But he called me a cheater in front of everybody. So I didn't know the other students. I don't think I knew. I did have a friend in that class. I might have even been looking on her paper, because we could take notes of the quiz, because then kind of what he's looking at us learning from said story. So anyway, that was that, and that story has stuck with me since I was 19 years old. The feeling, the sentiments or sediments, whichever you want to call it. It did leave a little bit of a sediment on my mind. Brittany says, when I get accused of purchasing views and subs, that's why I get so pissed. I would never buy subs, because I want to know that I'm capable of doing what I'm capable of doing. Buying subs would ruin the entire. Yes, it ruins your joy. It ruins your joy when you cheat. And I'm not cheating currently, but like I'm saying, I did in my past on other things, never on YouTube. I'm never going to buy. I don't make money on YouTube. I'm currently not making money on YouTube, so I'm definitely not going to spend money to cheat. Now, I do spend money to pay for my music and to uh, make my videos and to have a vidIQ service that I use to learn and grow my channel. But that's not cheating. I pay them a lot of money for that. Cheating's not getting help from other people. Cheating is fudging things to make it look like you've accomplished something when you haven't. And I have full 100% pride in knowing that my channel has not been a cheat. Have I done everything 100% worthy of, YouTube? Probably not. No. I mean, have I made mistakes? Have I used content maybe that I didn't transfer enough into making it my own? Maybe so, yeah. But it wasn't like I was trying to cheat anybody. Well, he wasn't that old, Flame. He was just, I do think he passed away recently. I don't know. He wasn't that old of a man. Brittany says buying subs would ruin the entire youth experience for me. Heck no, I would never. Yeah, it's going to ruin your experience. And what I found when I was playing that game and I cheated was it just took all the joy away. I no longer could enjoy playing unless I could win. And before that, I was winning a lot. I mean, my friends were like, posting on Facebook about it. I was beating the socks off of them. And, that was fun in itself, but cheating didn't make it. No, I had to leave. Yeah, the embarrassment. Yeah, and Brittany, another thing is it's totally against the rules to purchase views and subs and everything for YouTube. So who wants to lose a channel over trying to show that you're a better, I could go buy 100 viewers so that I would look like I'm pulling people in over here when I'm not pulling a whole lot of people in. I'm very grateful for those of you who come in and listen to me. I appreciate you so much. But live streaming is not my forte. I'm just gonna say it's not, and that's okay. I do other things well. I'm trying to smash the like button, but it isn't working. Did YouTube stop live chats? No, it should be working. Did anybody else manage to hit that like button? Let me see how many people have hit that. 13 people. Could we get a few more likes on here? Please. Can I get a like? Oh, now it says 12. I guess somebody unliked. Okay, then. Hey, Dippity Doo. Let's see. Lulu Chu, well, I am getting paid. I'm just not making very much money. Considering that I'm at 15,000 subscribers now, I'm not getting paid. The YouTube shorts just don't pay. And while they're growing my channel, they pay like 13, I think it's 13 cents per 1,000 views right now. So, and I'm, 90%, 95% doing shorts. And so I'm just not getting paid. Trying to get some sponsorship deals, some advertising opportunities for my channel. I'm working on all that, but I'm just going to say that, no, I'm currently just not the last 2 months, I've made enough to get a paycheck to get over the $100, which is great. That basically pays for everything, my StreamYard, my vidIQ, and my other things that I use to make videos that I'm spending money on. So it's expensive to have a channel and to do it right. And I'm not even saying I'm doing it right. I mean, I could really bump up a lot of things, but I'm doing the best I can. I have a huge boundary when it comes to cheating on tests, games, relationships, and anything. That's good, Brittany. I'm sure, I'm that way now. I mean, I have made mistakes in my past as a child and as a younger person, but it's no fun to cheat. Yeah, and see that everything that I've worked for in my life, everything. I wrote and published a book. I wasn't trying to have a bestseller or anything. My goal was to write a book. And when I found out how hard it was to get published, I just decided I'm just going to self-publish because I want this to go out. And I haven't, I didn't sell that many books. You just don't do that when you self-publish. But I've never been so proud as I was when I published that book, and then I had people read it, and basically, it helped them, and it changed their life, maybe just for that moment or that week or something, but it helped other people, and I think it still is helping other people. It's still out there, and granted, I'm not some big, author or anything, but my goal wasn't to make a bunch of money. My goal was to write a book. And I just wanted to I just wanted to do that. And had I, you know, plagiarized it or I don't know what else cheating I could have done in a book, but had I done things like that, it wouldn't have meant anything to me. Had I, you know, used other people's words or copied off of anybody. You don't get the joy. And so, hey, oh, thank you, Brittany. Thank you. You're smashing it. Yeah, go leave and come back, but make sure you come back. Hey, Brittany, I'm good. How are you? Oh, Brittany, it's the membership that helps creator guys. So if you want to remember, yeah, it is. The memberships help a lot because you have, but I don't have a lot of members because again, most of the time people get memberships is when they are doing, drama and stuff. But I mean, I see other people who have big channels who get a lot of members that go live a lot and stuff. So I don't know. Oh, thank you, CLM. I appreciate that. Your green sea and my red makes this look like Christmas up there. Oh, yes, I'm working on my channel as well. I know it's not easy, Brittany. It's a lot of work, and it's for me, it's kind of stressful. I'm just going to say it's kind of stressful to be a retired person and to be concerned about, oh, well, damn, that video I thought was really good and it didn't get very many views. And you can't ever tell by that in the beginning because sometimes days later or, 6 months later, some short video of mine has gotten a lot of views. But sometimes I think one's going to just right out of the gate be great and it kind of falls flat. And oh, thanks, Selma. Thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you for that. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you. You watched my shorts. Yeah, I mean, I think yesterday I might have put up 4 because I did a late one. Anyway, so I'm usually doing like 2 a day and sometimes 3. It's a dirty feeling. Flame says when you cheat to attain something and it's lying, which I'm not a big fan of because lying doesn't work well if you can't remember all of your lies. That's true. Yeah, I like Brittany's shorts too. Yeah, email me no more because I can't talk about the name of my book or anything because of course it's got my real name and information. And I've got like I don't know, maybe 10 copies of it. So yeah, you sure can, but let's do that on email because I can't give out information here. Salma says, I see other people lying every day on here. I can't watch liars without getting a little angry. Yeah, I see a lot of people lying, and people will lie about, who they are, what they look like, how tall they are, how short they are. It's just weird to me why people want to make up stuff. Um, I'm not, uh, I always say, I'm not the most beautiful person, and I know that. And that's not putting myself down. You just have to know who you are. And I, for the most part, go on camera every day. Today, I don't feel like it. I'm feeling a little bit, having a little bit of, you know, maybe hints of my depression. I don't know. I'm just really actively trying to maintain myself and do what I need to do to every day to be okay. And so I didn't feel like being on camera. But anyway, here's top 10 list for why cheating is wrong. Cheating is the same as lying and stealing. So, we've already really talked about that. Cheating causes stress. If you're sitting there on your channel and you've bought viewers so that it looks like you've got all these people, then you're giving out false impressions of who you are, who your channel is, who your channel's reaching. And it just doesn't, or, whether it's your channel or your job, your career, any of that stuff, you're going to have stress. These big companies, like I said, Bernie Madoff and, the other one I said, what's her name? Theranos, those kind of scams that happened, that's got to be highly stressful. That Theranos woman completely changed her voice and style to be this up and coming person who was a big faking liar, not a fucking liar, a big faking liar. Hey, Rosie, she probably wants to eat again. That's pretty much what they want to do now. Cheating is unfair to others. Have you ever played a game by the rules only to have a friend who was so intent on winning that they cheated? Cheating is very frustrating when you are playing by the rules. Again, being accused of cheating is very frustrating to us who are not cheating, to say that we're cheating and we're not. Hey, Anyanka. You do? Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, they're pretty popular. Y'all are hooked on those? Yeah, Lulu Chew, it's okay. I'm having a lot of pain and my back, and so I'm just hoping that we get some ideas today from the MRI as far as what can be done. But anyway, so it's unfair. It's unfair to cheat. It's also unfair to accuse other people of cheating. So stop doing that. It's unfair to you to cheat. Accomplishments feel good and help build self-esteem and self-confidence. When you cheat, you are basically telling yourself that you do not believe in your own abilities. You might get an A on a test or an assignment, but you'll know that you really didn't earn it. Cheating just makes you feel bad about yourself. Can I get an amen? Okay, no more. Cool. Can I get an amen? Oh, no more. Well, it's not, I'm not putting myself down. It's just the reality, because then you have other people who come on, for instance, on YouTube, and they say they're pretty and they have all the confidence, and they, you know, well, I'm just saying, I know I'm not, and I'm not going to be ashamed to show who I am, because it's who I am. I can't be something I'm not. I can't. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Yeah, I needed that. Okay. Cheating hampers progress. Learning tends to build on itself. You learn basics first so that you can use those basics in more complicated problems later. This article is talking about school, but it can be applied to anything in life, your job. You can cheat on your job. There's people who will say that they did something in a job when it was actually done by maybe their so a boss could say, yeah, thank you, we really did a great job here, or I really did a great job here, when in essence it was his staff that did the great job. So you should also give the benefit to whoever did whatever they did, and not take it on as, yeah, you're so great. But it's going to hamper your progress. And for me, like for YouTube, even at my age, is a learning process to, from the very first time I made a video to now. And also making shorts is a whole different way of making a video than it is on the longer videos. So there's a learning curve, and I feel a sense of accomplishment that of what I've done, and that I'm able to keep up, and that I'm able to continually work every day, 7 days a week to do what I'm doing. And for somebody to say that if somebody says I'm cheating, it's just like a slap in the face to all the hard work that I put into and do on my channel, as well as 150 other people, 150 million other people. So it's taken away from your feel good accomplishments. And it's disrespectful to cheat. That again, it's it and this is a school thing, but teachers work hard to share knowledge to help you be successful in academics, career, and life. Cheating shows a lack of respect for the efforts of your teacher and your classmates who did the work. It's disrespectful to the other people who are doing the work on their channels, and somebody cheats on YouTube. And usually a cheater's going to get caught, so it kills trust. Even if you never cheat again, it can ruin trust from people who know you, and you don't even trust yourself. It can become a habit. You do it once, and then you've got to, continue doing it, because you've got to continue to look the way you look to other people, and stop trying to look a certain way to other people. That's going to harm you anyway. Yeah, Theranos is a whole sociopath no more, and I really should do a live on her, because she's just a trip. I mean, she's currently in prison, but it looks like a country club prison. Oh, thank you, CLM. If you're going to accuse someone of cheating, you better have proof. Yeah. And, I've been accused of things on YouTube, and, show me the proof. You're saying if anybody's saying that I'm buying subs, go show me the proof, because I'm not. And you need to back up what you're saying, because actually that's slander. When you're accusing somebody when you're saying somebody did something that they didn't do. And if it's not true, then it's slander. So, whoever's saying that just needs to be a little bit careful with their words. Anyway, it leads to failure, because by skipping the hard work involved in learning or developing your product or building your business, you don't develop these traits of persistence, dedication, diligence, sacrifice. Success takes hard work, and cheating is the easy way out. Persistence is one of the things that has pulled me through my life. Persistence is what is building my channel right now. Persistence, doing the same thing, trying to do better every day, doing something different every now and then, but continuing to work hard every day. That's what's building my channel, not buying subs. That's just ignorant. That just infuriates me. But you build traits of persistence, dedication, diligence, and sacrifice. You learn how it feels to not be successful. You learn how it feels to be successful. Sometimes you have to take the little wins. So it's just, cheating is just stupid. It's embarrassing. Cheating is embarrassing. Your actions define who you are to those around you. When you cheat, you are expressing yourself to others as lazy, incompetent, untrustworthy, selfish, unintelligent, and disrespectful. So that's everything from that particular article. Anybody got any thoughts? Anybody who's ever cheated in a big way and then lost their business? Do you know anybody personally lost their business, lost their channel, lost their job? I mean, it's kind of like when my father was stealing from his job, and he ended up losing his job because of that. And he and then as an adult, I look back and I'm like, well, is that how he was able to build us the nice brick home that we had? Because he was, I know he didn't steal everything that went into that house, or, I know he didn't do that, but tools that were used, and he and my grandfather basically did almost all the work themselves. Um, and so, no, I know. Yeah, I know y'all know. I know. Oh, it's cheating putting your heavily filtered face on a model's body. Yeah, that's cheating. Yeah, I think the catfishing, I think catfishing can be a form of cheating, because I don't know if you're coming on YouTube or anywhere, any of the social media sites, and you're portraying yourself to look a certain way, then you need to look like that. And if you're going to you're gonna have people wanting you to cam up, especially if you're talking bad about other people. So, you can't talk about how other people look if you're not willing to show how you look. And we shouldn't be age shaming, look shaming, or any of that stuff. We should keep our topics to YouTube stuff. Yeah, no more. I have a really hard time when somebody lies to me for me to ever believe them. It's really, really hard for me to to be lied to. I mean, I'm not saying that I'll never trust them again, but it's just more difficult. So, yeah, I always just think about that. Why do people cheat? What is winning when you cheat? Looking some kind of way to those who don't know. I mean, cheating is the same as lying and stealing. It's doing something to get ahead, foregoing hard work and ethical practices. Have you ever felt a sense of accomplishment only to realize it was built upon a foundation of deceit? Cheating is a tempting shortcut, but at what cost, y'all? I mean, on the surface, it may seem like, a means to an end, a way to secure immediate success, a way to look good to others. But let me tell you, it's a hollow victory. It's a hollow victory. Cheaters may receive praise and recognition, but deep down, they know the truth. They haven't truly earned their victories. You can call 'em, somebody could say I'm every day that I'm cheating, and I know I'm not. So other than being an irritation, it's just what it is. It's an irritation, and it's me looking down at them, but at the same time, they may have a bigger voice on here than I do. They may be I mean, they may be getting heard. That may be people are hearing that and believing that. And again, that's slander. So maybe you should stop that. Yeah, I don't think Brittany's doing it either. But I mean, I don't know, but I don't think she is, and she says she's not, so I'm going with that. Cheating robs the cheater of genuine accomplishment. It removes the element of hard work, dedication, and skill from the equation. True accomplishment can only be attained through honesty and diligence. It's about facing challenges head on, pushing ourselves to the limit, and growing as individuals. As far as YouTube goes, and I said this the other day, I feel like I've grown over time as far as one, how, l- letting things go over the top of my head when people say dumb stuff, and handling myself better, and being able to walk away from negativity, and staying out of the fray, um, just being more conscious of myself and making sure that I'm standing for what I stand for, and not fudging around, or, pretending like I'm something, not pretending like something that I'm not, but being something that I'm not, like saying things and doing things that aren't really the core of who I am, like talking about other people and going at other people, that kind of thing. But yeah, cheaters never prosper. And if I were to cheat, it would so much taint my channel that I would probably walk away like I did when I was playing words with friends, with random strangers. I just it just lost all the fun. It lost all the fun, and I walked away. Yeah, Lulu Chu, it's pretty obvious. One reason I enjoy Brit is because the actors show them British movies. It's hard to share things. Yeah, it is hard to share things, and, I've been, totally honest with y'all, and I've shared a lot of personal issues of mine, and, I mean, that's just how I'm doing my channel because, um, I don't know, I just feel like that's something that I have to offer is just, not how great I am, but how, um, I managed to work things through, I managed to keep my head above water and rebound from mistakes and, you know, try to be a better person, and I've got a past that I'm not 100% proud of, and nowhere near 100% proud of, but I'm proud of growing past that and being a better person, and I like to share that with y'all. That's just, what I do. At least when I go live, not so much on my other videos. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know if I read this part yet. True accomplishment can only be attained through honesty and diligence. It's about facing challenges head on, pushing ourselves to the limit, and growing as individuals. I think I just read that. When we cheat, we deny ourselves the opportunity to prove our abilities and potential. That's just what Brittany was saying. Like, I, I'm like what Brittany said is I'm achieving something and I'm proud of that. And if I'm cheating, then I would just be sitting here going, "Ha ha, look at me." No, that's not achieving. That's just paying for something and not getting the you also risk by being honest and true, you also risk not succeeding. But I would rather know that I tried and didn't succeed than to think that I am uh fooling everybody by, cheating. That just well, where would that get me? It wouldn't get me anywhere. When we cheat, we deny ourselves the opportunity to prove our abilities and potential. We're stuck in a cycle of illusion, never truly knowing what we're capable of achieving. Sorry, I had to plug that in. That is not me farting. If y'all heard that, excuse me. That's definitely my chair. And let's not forget the consequences. Cheating can tarnish reputations, destroy trust, and damage relationships. So, if you want to tarnish your reputation, destroy the trust any trust that you've built, because there is a certain amount of trust when we truly follow another, or like on YouTube, when we follow somebody, when we subscribe to them, when we watch them because we like them, not because we don't. Not because we're just waiting on the train to crash, but people we really like and we really want to hear what they have to say. You don't want to destroy that trust, and you don't want to damage whatever relationship you've got with that person, whether it's, whether you speak to them offline or, quote, behind the scenes. And yes, it is the behind the scenes that gets everybody in so much trouble on YouTube. Especially it appears the mod chats are really a huge mod chats and Discord and all that. That's a big problem. So just stay clear of those. Let me see, where am I? So only when we choose to embrace honesty and integrity can we experience the true satisfaction that comes from hard-earned success. Remember, cheating may provide fleeting moments of triumph, but in the end, it's an empty victory. Break free from the illusion and choose genuine accomplishment. Let's embrace the challenges, the setbacks, and the victories that mold us into stronger individuals. And, nobody wants to nobody wants to end up at the end of their life, however, whatever happens when our life ends, if we go to the pearly gates or whatever happens, I don't want to be laying on my deathbed going, well, I did this. I did such a good job at this. I cheated all the way through, but look how good I did. No, I want to be like, what have I done in my life? I graduated from college and I didn't cheat. I might have been 40 years old, but I didn't cheat and I graduated from college, and that's a huge accomplishment. Um, hey, Ginger. Yeah, Lulu, I understand. You need to be careful. Um, so remember the cheating scandal when I'm going to pull this article up. When the parents were buying their children entry into these, big time colleges, they paid bribes to sports coaches and administrators to help their students admitted to institutions like Yale, Stanford, and the University of Southern California, Georgetown, regardless of athletic or academic ability. So we had they were cheating on SAT exams and ACT exams, bribing college administrators, and athletic coaches to recruit students. Some of the people charged, I don't even know these people, but these are like CEOs and stuff. But then you came down here and you had actress Felicity Huffman, who was in Desperate Housewives, and Lori Loughlin, who appeared in Full House, were charged, along with Loughlin's husband, Massimo somebody, founder Mossimo Fashion Company, William Singer, CEO of Key World Foundation. These people were, these actresses, and they were paying to get their children put in a better college. Loughlin and her husband allegedly agreed to pay bribes totaling $500,000 in exchange for having their two daughters designated as recruits to the USC crew team, despite the fact that they never participate in crew. Whatever crew is. Is that like boating or something? Let me see what kind of sentences they got. But do y'all remember that? Let me go over here and see. Do y'all remember that? Boston, Mass. College admissions. Yeah, the scandal. Yeah, that's what I thought. Rowing. The daughters had no idea. I mean, that's like cheating to get your children in a better school when you have all that money in the world. Why don't you, if your children aren't doing that great in school to get in these colleges, or they're just not that smart, well, maybe you could have used that $500,000 to buy tutors. I just can't. It's just wrong. I fully admit I'd love to be rich and get all the perks because being poor blows. Yeah, Flame, I'd love to be rich. There's nothing wrong with being rich, but it's how you got there. And, I'm just going to say that there's a particular former president who's in court, maybe right this second. I don't know if they're having court today, about lying on the value of assets in order to get loans, lying about how many stories were in a building, adding on like 10 stories, saying the building, why the creditor couldn't go walk over there and look at the building and see that it had this amount of stories. But anyway, lying about that to get loans, which this court may actually crumble all of his businesses. It may all fall apart because of that. So, sometimes people get rich, and sometimes they're not as rich as they appear, and they cheated to get that way. Yeah, CLM, it's a conscience issue. It is. But yeah, the cheating scandal, and then you've got, and like I mentioned, Lance Armstrong, when I was at the Clinton Library in Little Rock, I remember when Lance Armstrong won and he gave a jersey to Bill Clinton. And when I went to the Clinton Library, it's here in Little Rock, or not here, I'm not in Little Rock, but it's in Little Rock. That jersey was hanging in there. And then after I was there, because that was many years ago, but after I was there and Lance Armstrong got caught cheating, I have often wondered, is that still there? Because it doesn't mean anything. He got it, but he was cheating. Now, here's some top athletes, athletic scandals. So the first one, Spain cheated at the 2000 Paralympics. They won a gold medal at the 2000 Paralympics for basketball. These are basketball players who play in wheelchairs, but were eventually stripped of their title after it was found that 10 of the 12 players on the team did not qualify as disabled. The 10 players deliberately failed an IQ test, which allowed them to play. Once the scandal was unraveled, Spain was disqualified and was ordered to return the medals. Where is there any kind of victory or joy in winning when you freaking cheated? You know what I'm saying? Like, where? Selma says Arizona has a governor that lied on his assets and lost his job and his savings and loan company. Well, Selma, we've got a governor here who is who covered up some plane fares to Paris for her friends by saying that she bought a $19,000 lectern. It's all over the news. It was brought up by one of my friends in Little Rock, who's an attorney. And it's so much more than she didn't buy a lectern. That's the problem. And so, you know, there's no lectern that's cost $19,000 either. And the lectern has not been seen. And they forged documents for this lectern after my friend started looking into it. And he's since gotten a pretty big time job because of all his work. So, you know, there's all kinds of people in government. This governor also has bought herself all these fancy kitchen things that are very, very expensive. And I'm like, does she get to take those after she leaves? Or, you know, he was using they get tested, but performance enhancing drugs were being used in I think we'll get to that in a few minutes. Yeah, they do get caught most of the time, Betty. They do. They get caught eventually. Hate automated phone bill pay systems. Huckabee, yeah. Yep, Huckabee Sanders. I can't remember the drug. Yeah, the invisible lectern. $19,000, $19,025.27. It's all over the news. I tried to get him to come on my show, but I think everything just got way bigger than my show after he said, well, he said he would let me interview him, but I don't think he knew that I was like, he doesn't know I have a YouTube channel. And I think everything just got so big that I'm just not that. Okay, listen to this one. Rosie Ruiz won the 1980 Boston Marathon, but was stripped of the title after it was discovered she left the race, took a subway, then got back in the race miles later. The time was immediately put into question after it was discovered it was 20 minutes faster than her previous personal record. Ruiz denies cheating to this day. She got on the subway and then finished the race. Well, now when you do these races, I'm sure like I know the big races have this, and they probably have more, like you wear this thing on your, you put this chip, there's this computer chip that you put on your shoe. Excuse me. And when you cross the starting line, that's when it starts, because it's not fair if you're in a race and you're way back and then have to add all that time before you even cross the finish line or the starting line. And so once you pass that chip that's when you start. That's when your time starts. Again, when you finish. And a lot of these races that go out and come back, the chip has to detect you at these different points. So I'm sure these big races that are about a lot of money and about your timing, some races will qualify you for things like the Boston Marathon that you can't just go be in. You have to have a certain time. And so that's how they do that. Jen says, what is done in the dark always comes to light. Yeah, I think it does. It's felony theft. Yeah. I never heard of that. I didn't know about that either. You can always interview him pre-recorded. Well, yeah, I know. I just didn't get back with him because Ginger, this really blew up. It went mainstream media, and it's gotten really big. And he's been doing this. He's been doing these FOIA FOIA things a lot. It's just this one really blew up. Let's see here. Let me go back to where I was. An NBA referee bets on games he officiated. Well, that's a bad thing. In 2007, the NBA discovered their own referee, Tom Donaghy, bet on games in which he officiated from 2003 to 2007. Donaghy was sentenced to 15 months in prison. Illegal gambling, I guess. Nancy Kerrigan maliciously attacked at the 1994 Olympics. Now that's a scam that that's a cheating scam I hadn't thought of in this aspect. But in 1994, figure skater Nancy Kerrigan was attacked by a man with a baton and was forced out of the 1994 U.S. Figure Skating Championship. The culprit was sent by a rival skater, Tonya Harding's husband. While Harding denied participation, she was found guilty of obstructing the investigation and was later banned from the sport by the U.S. Olympic Committee. You can't get to the top by pushing other people down. I say that all the damn time. Clawing your way to the top by pushing other people down and trying to make them less than will never get you anywhere. Yep, I remember that too. I totally remember. They've made movies about that too. 5 Italian soccer teams collude with referees. In 2006, the 5 Italian soccer teams, let's see, Juventus, AC Milan, Fiora, I can't pronounce, Lazio, and Regina, rigged favorable referee points for several of their games. All teams caught were severely punished. Juventus, the perpetrators of the scandal, were punished the most by having to forfeit 2 of its titles and then being demoted to a lower division for the following season. There's currently a big thing about Michigan's football team stealing signs. Now this is, if you're not familiar with football, they hand signs, and sometimes they have pictures that they hold up, and that's how they give the players on the field the sign of what play they're going to run. And Michigan has been accused of stealing signs, and they're like, last weekend when all this, their coach has been banned from being on the sidelines for 3 games. They're in the top 5 teams in the country, or they were number 3 the other day. So, but they still won Saturday. They still won. Yeah, I do too, Flame. I need a housekeeper too. Now, here we go. Lance Armstrong uses illicit substances. Armstrong won the Tour de Force 7 times, but ultimately was stripped of his titles after it was discovered in 2012 that Armstrong was doping the whole time. While Armstrong never failed a drug test during his career, it was discovered that Armstrong was part of a cover up. He also lost sponsorships from Nike and Anheuser-Busch. And he lost face. I mean, you can't be this person that didn't we all look up to him? I mean, I'm not like into biking or watching it. I thought that's one of the most boring things you can watch on television is car racing and biking, and golf. And I used to watch golf to take a nap. Sometimes I would have that sound on. This was back before we had all these other things you could do to help you sleep, but back in the old days. But yeah, he got stripped of all his titles, 7 titles, and they're all gone because he was part of this whole doping thing. How does that make you like, wow, you go from being the greatest of all times, the GOAT, to being the snake loser. Yeah, what people do to win, Jen. What drug was he using? It was some steroid, I guess, some performance enhancing drug. Bill Belichick, coach of New England Patriots, and the what do they call that? Deflategate. Blood doping is the thing. Oh, blood doping. Yeah, golf. Yeah, blood doping. There's all kinds of ways to cheat in sports. Cheating, again, it doesn't do you anything. It doesn't give you the pleasure and the sense of achievement and all the things that come when you're winning. East Germany's doping problem. Despite never getting caught in the act, the East German women's swim team won 32 gold medals between 1976 and 1988 as a result of doping. The doping was revealed after the reunification of Germany. Such dominance in women's swimming has never since been repeated. I guess surely they took their medals. Marion Jones uses steroids at the Olympics. Marion Jones used steroids at the 2000 Sydney Olympics. Not only was Jones stripped of her titles, she was sentenced to 6 months in jail for lying to federal agents about it. Jones now stays busy on the speaking circuit where she warns against the dangers of making costly mistakes. Well, that's not a mistake. That's not a mistake, but okay, you could call it that. It was definitely an error in judgment, and I would guess that she had a coach doing that for her. But yeah, these Olympic stars, I mean, growing up, I thought the most awesome thing would be to win a gold medal. Because back then we all watched the Olympics and stuff, and I just thought that's going to be. No, I never was going to do that, but it's got to be the most rewarding thing. I just thought. I mean, I remember when Bruce Jenner was. Caitlin. When Bruce was jumping over, pole vaulting. And then, he's Caitlin. I mean, she's Caitlin now, but I remember Bruce Jenner back then. And, I just, what was the one that just had the pneumonia? The gymnast, Mary Lou Retton. Oh, you never heard? Yeah, I'm not sure the ins and outs of blood doping. I've heard of it, but yeah, my anatomy and physiology class, it was a nightmare. I never went. 8 White Sox players fix 1919 World Series. Can you imagine being on a team and some of the players cheated and you didn't, but because this is a team of it looks like about 25 people, and 8 players fixed the World Series. So you're on a team, and when you're on a team, it's not a me and you, it's a team, and you have to all go, you all win or you all lose. And for 8 people, so here's what they did. 8 members of the Chicago White Sox allegedly through the World Series to receive money from bookies. The facts of the case are still disputed, but all 8 players, including shoeless Joe Jackson, were banned for life by Major League Baseball. And this scandal served as a plot for the 1988 film 8 Men Out. I mean, that would just, well, that would really get me. Dora Ratjen's gender problem. Uh-oh. Dora Ratjen finished 4th in the women's high jump at the 1936 Olympics. Later, it was discovered Ratjen was male. Ratjen lived the rest of his life as Heinrich Ratjen. Well, I mean, and see, when I've talked about transgender here, because like I say, I've got friends who are transgender, but I have an issue with transgender people, transgender females to play women's sports because it's an unfair advantage. And that apparently this guy was faking it back then, but oh, really? Ginger, give me this phone. Say it ain't so, Joe. Yeah. New Orleans Saints pay to injure scheme. The New Orleans Saints didn't gamble on winning or losing, but they did offer incentives to players to deliberately injure players of the opposing teams between 2009 and 2011. Defensive coordinator Greg Williams, the ringleader of the scheme, is banned from football indefinitely. Head coach Sean Payton was suspended for a season. Oh, I did not know that. I like Sean Payton as a coach, but I did not know he got suspended for a season. Astros got caught stealing signs. That's what Michigan's being accused of right now. The Houston Astros won the 2017 World Series in one of the feel-good stories in recent sports history until 2 years later, when an investigation revealed the team had been using technology to steal signs and signaling their players during games. The Boston Red Sox were also implicated in the scandal, and ultimately 3 managers across the league lost their jobs. The results of the 2017 and 2018 World Series were tainted, and the Astros also lost future draft picks. See, that's another thing. You're going to taint your team. You're going to taint your victories, all your victories. Once you cheat, everything's a cheat. Barry Bonds uses steroids. Barry Bonds holds a record for most home runs in a single season and the most home runs of all time. However, Bonds was indicted on 4 counts of perjury by a federal grand jury for lying when he said he didn't use steroids. Major League Baseball did not strip Bonds of his records. Well, he cheated and still gets that. Sammy Sosa uses steroids. Sammy Sosa was the second player to break Roger Maris' record for hitting 61 home runs in a season. In 2009, it was discovered Sosa tested positive for PEDs in 2003. Sosa was one of many during the steroid era, and his records remain intact to this day. Mark McGwire uses steroids. In 1998, Mark McGwire was the first person to hit more than 61 home runs in a season. So, I mean, these are a lot of baseball players. 2010, he admitted he used steroids, a substance banned by Major League Baseball. He was not stripped of his batting title. There's more here, but New England Patriots film other teams' practice signals. Where's the inflate gate? Oh, here it is. Deflate. New England Patriots deflate footballs. Y'all probably remember this because this was in 2015. The Patriots were caught deflating footballs below league standards during the AFC playoffs, which makes the balls easier to throw and catch. The Patriots were fined $1 million and had to forfeit draft picks. Quarterback Tom Brady was suspended 4 games for his involvement. But the suspension was eventually overturned by a judge. So that's one we were all talking about earlier. So that's all of that. What are y'all saying over here? Let me see. Please tell me. No, Joe Namath didn't cheat. That we know of. Even if you only cheat once, it brings into question all of your accomplishments. That's right, Ginger. Exactly. Cheating is for losers, and you won't grow, you won't learn, you won't develop, you won't, like, if you cheat, just say that you had a channel and you wanted to boost it by buying subs or views or anything like that. Then you've got that you're trying to keep up with the next time you go live or the next time you put out a video or all that. You're always going to be trying to beat your own record in some, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. Let me see what else I have pulled up here. I had several things pulled up. Yeah, and then the Theranos woman, she was just one big lie. Let me see what this is. I pulled up a bunch of stuff to go over with y'all. Happiness depends on your willingness to live an authentic life where your behavior lines up with your values. And see, that's why I can't that's one reason why I can't cheat on my YouTube channel is it doesn't align with my values. I couldn't come on here and talk to you guys and be honest about stuff I've done in my past if I'm going to be cheating now. I mean, that would just be stupid. And I want to be authentic. Happiness depends on your willingness to live an authentic life where your behavior lines up with your values. Again, and as a child, you probably heard at least one teacher say, if you cheat, you'll only be cheating yourself. You know, and that's it. You're cheating yourself. Lying, cheating, and stealing, they're all the same. Cheating on, it's just, if you cheat, you cheat. And then you're always going to be trying to justify that to yourself. Oh, I just cheated that one time. Well, no. Oh, that's good, Betty Boot. Anyone can check Social Blade and see I don't buy subs or views. Well, I mean, and Ginger, I got to tell you, because I mean, when I started getting, when I hit 10K, when you hit 10K, Social Blade shows 100 views at a time. And so I could get 99 subscribers in one day and it won't show up. But that day that I got, it didn't even show up on Social Blade exactly because the timing's off on that. But I hit 500. I had 500 subscribers in one day. It just didn't, it divided them up on Social Blade. I thought immediately they're going to say I'm buying subscribers, but I'm not, and there's no way to prove you're not. But there are some sites supposedly that another YouTuber said that she looked at and could tell when people were doing that. So go put me through that, because I'm not, I'm not. Yeah, Ginger's channel's great too. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're here. I just wanted to go over how cheating robs the cheater. You rob yourself. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know that they round up, but they only post it when you get to that point. Like, I might have 99 and it won't show up until I get that 100th. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. It rounds up. Betty, what are you saying? It really does. But yeah, it robs you of all the growth. Because look, really, I guess it depends on why you have a channel. Like if you're a YouTuber, it's like I didn't write my book to get rich. Never thought I was going to sell 1 million copies. Never had any there. Maybe I robbed myself. Maybe I could have put more time and effort into getting published. Yeah, robs you of everything. Maybe I could have done that, but again, my goal wasn't to be rich and famous. My goal was to write a book and get it out. And that's what I did. And I got a lot of pleasure out of that. Anyway, guys, well, that's what I wanted to talk about. And appreciate you guys being here. And I hope that y'all have your goal was to be living near a beach. Well, I'd like to live on a river myself, or a beach would be fine too. But anyway, I hope y'all have a great day, and I hope that you all take really good care of yourself and be kind to yourself because it's what you need. CLM says, unlike some other creators, I have recognized that Barb is always trying new things to improve her channel and gain new subscribers. It was slow and steady, honest gains. Yes, ma'am. It's been very slow and steady. It's picked up a lot recently. I've had a few really good a few good months here lately, and I'm proud of that. I'm the bird flame. I'm gonna poop on everybody. Bye bye, y'all. Have a great day, and I will see y'all soon. Oh, thanks, Ginger. See y'all later, Jen.